He's had a look. He wasn't worried about cold tyres. Got a much better exit there. He's bold, isn't he?
Let's get settled in.
Hello everybody, welcome along to the 4X Annex for another video. And we're here in a free car, free track combo, but it's only got a single split. What's that about? So this is Snetterton, which is my local track. As a Norfolk boy, this is my local. And we're in a Spec Racer Ford. Great car to drive, but it is quite tricky around Snetterton. Braking while turning and shifting gears is always really tricky in these cars. That might be what's putting people off. However, if you can keep it on track, you'll do really well. Now we were here as car number 1. This was actually a chance for us to get our first ever perfect race. What do we mean by a perfect race? Well, if you're in top split or single split like this, then you win the race with the fastest lap after having pole position, getting 0x during a race and leading every lap. It couldn't have gone any better. So this is a good chance for us to do that. Now normally we wouldn't be too focused on that, we just want to have a bit of fun, but we tried to knuckle down for this rare opportunity to not only win a race, which is hard enough around here, but try and do it without any instant points while getting fastest lap, etc. Can we do it? Well, let's head over to Snetterton and find out. Right, here we go, in the session. I'm not sure how many people have actually signed up. We'll have a quick look at the entries, see where we are. And we got number 1. Okay, so pressure's on then to get a good result here. But actually, that's positive. Is it going to be the curse of car number 1? Single split, 11 people in here. A good mix of people from around the world, even though there's only 11 of us. Yeah, we'll see how we do. Well, fingers crossed, if we can keep this car on the track, we might actually get quite a good result here. Right, let's head out, do some qualifying, and see where we end up. .2052.
The guy behind has just done a 209.61.
Okay, we see Andy's put in a 2059. Pretty close to what I managed.
Sector 1 time's okay.
Messed that one up. Okay, so far, we're a little bit up. Now, we were slightly cautious around here last lap to make sure we didn't get a 0x. I don't want to push much harder, but we need to make up a bit of time. Yeah, actually went even slower around there this time. I was too cautious. There we go, a couple of quite cautious laps. Fairly consistent in terms of lap time. Hopefully we'll be still near the front. This one's a slight improvement on the first one, but Andy's not too far away behind us. Let's see what happens.
That puts you 0.8 quicker than second.
Okay, coming to the end of the session now. Andy's put in a much better time, but still not quite quick enough to nick pole position off me. So we'll see how it goes
the end of the session.
On the run down to turn 1.
Nice one.
Let's head into the session. Grid up. Let's go. Right, just hit the fast repair because if we're coming in the pits, we need it.
Now I want a nice clean race from all of you.
Okay, Jared. Okay, Jared.
Thanks, mate. so I've never ever done this track, so good luck.
Good luck from Jared there. He's never done this track. He's about 9 seconds off the pace. We're on the inside for turn 1, which is kind of what I would have chosen, so that's quite nice. Everyone's credit, here we go.
12 laps. The track temp is 69 Fahrenheit. Okay, Damo, nice and neat. Stay out of trouble.
Okay.
Let's go.
Decent start. Keeping us out of trouble. Looks like third place guy is up the inside of second place guy. Right. Try and run away. Cold tyres. He's had a look. He wasn't worried about cold tyres. Got a much better exit there. He's bold, isn't he?
Let's get settled in.
Who's that? Bruno! Bruno wasn't going to let me take it nice and cautious, was he? He's up for a race. Good on him. He's good on the brakes. He's a bit more trusting of his tyres than I am. There's a bit of a gaggle behind. We'll look at everyone's distance after the race. Hopefully they can all battle and let me go. So perfect race would be get pole, get the fastest lap, 0x, lead every lap. Let's see how we do. Luckily, I was far enough ahead of everybody to avoid any potential dive bombs there. Right, they're about 3 seconds back now. Looks like Andy, who was going to be my main threat, is now down to P4. He's got some battling to do. Right, 1 lap done. So of course, not the perfect race is in top split. This is technically top split, but it is only 1 split, and we are car number 1. So if there's ever an opportunity to get it, this is it. Right, Andy's up to P3. Lean on brakes a little harder now. Right, Andy's up to P2. 5 seconds behind. But we know he's fairly quick, so we've got to put the pace in now, otherwise we're not going to get this fastest lap. So Snetterton isn't too far from me. I live in Norfolk. Snetterton is technically in Norfolk. I say technically, it is in Norfolk. Norfolk's a big place. So this is my local track. Doesn't mean to say I've driven around here a lot, especially on iRacing. Now we're just seeing Andy and Bruno are still having a battle, so they're 8 seconds behind us now. Wow.
You're now in the lead. Your lap time was 2:05.22.
I've been here quite a lot to watch races. I know my way around it quite well. Oh, scary tree there you can see right in front of me right now. Isn't there anymore. That needed to be cut down because of an infection or something like that, I think. It's called scary tree because of course it looks like someone going, whoa.
Jared, can you sit down for me?
No, mate.
It's a race, isn't it, mate?
Got a bad start. I didn't realise I was going to be in.
Jared's up to P5.
Around up these 2 in sector 30.
And Jared is actually car number 3, so he could be a threat for the old fastest lap as well.
The gap to Middleton behind is now 9.1 seconds.
Okay, so that's Andy. Resisting the urge to do a... That's handy. That's handy, Middleton. The gap is growing. And I guess I haven't resisted that urge because I've just said it. Zero X so far. There we go. Doing alright. That's 3 laps done of 12. So far so good. Push a bit harder for that fastest lap. Starting to use first gear around here now. Not sure it helps that much.
Unlucky, Jared.
Oh, stuff's happening behind. We'll have to look at everyone's instance after the race, of course.
Trying to avoid him.
Ten seconds to get behind now. Come on. Lap 4 of 12. So far, so good. Got to keep this concentration up because at Alton Park I was leading in this car. Kenji Murata was behind me, 3K driver, and ended up locking a wheel and going off track. Don't want that again today.
Fastest lap.
Yeah, it wasn't hard enough on the brakes there. I'll just put another second on Andy in that lap. Slow this time, though. Very slow this time. because I'm in two minds. I'm kind of wanting to push, but wanting to not get a 0x. A 1x.
I would like this to pass.
There's a chance that back markers might come into play in this race as well. We're only 27 seconds beyond Leon now.
The gap to Middleton behind is now 10 seconds.
Losing a lot of time in those corners. Again, am I just subconsciously being too cautious? Have I just not got as much grip? Right, that's 6 laps done. Halfway through the race. Currently have 0x, and we currently hold the fastest lap of the race. Halfway there, guys. Halfway
Okay,
to perfection.
Damo, that's half distance. You're looking good for fuel. We're quickest at the moment.
And it's now 11 seconds back. Not sure whether to go that in a second, whether to try and take that in third, but I just was reluctant to turn in because I knew I had to make a gear shift as I was turning, so that didn't work. Always learning, always learning. That's why I've got the L plate on the car. Right, Leon's just 7 seconds up the road. We can see a dot just going underneath the bridge up there. That's Leon. Potential banana skin that. Getting through traffic.
You've just done a 205.58.
Bit better on the exit there, and I didn't have to lift off. Little lock up from Leon. This corner here, Hamilton, quite sketchy in real life. I've driven around it. I haven't driven around it a lot. One time I was driving, I was testing a Xenos E10S, so ZENOS. Company that was based in Wyndham, not far from Snetterton. And I was testing an E10S.
Behind is increasing. It's now 12 seconds.
And it really needed a spoiler because on the high-speed corners like that, the back end was really loose. It had plenty of grip and good balance around everything else, but when you were at high speed, that back end was just, for me, too leery. And yeah, I could see that being quite a dangerous car to anyone who wasn't used to that kind of thing. Good car, carbon fibre, but was never really going to be able to compete with the likes of Lotus, which is what it was sort of aiming for. Of course, Lotus is also local to here. I turned up to that at the time. I owned Lotus Exige S Series 2. So I turned up to test the Xenos, driving there in an Exige, so it's great to have a kind of back-to-back comparison.
That was a 205.72.
And the Xenos was stiffer than the Lotus, but I say at the high speed, it was a bit tricky. So that video exists on Influx. If you're interested in watching that, there's not much of me driving it on the track. It's mainly about driving it on the roads of Norfolk. The Xenos E10S, but yeah. Interesting, that car. Right, nearly up to Leon now. Right, we got past him. Oh, that wasn't as scary as I thought it might be. He made a mistake, let us through. Alright, this looks like we're 3/4 of the way through, still on 0x.
You've just done a 206.66.
Story about this corner up here. Agostini. I was here once with Rob Wellham, F1000 driver in the Formula Jedi cars. And he had a coming together with someone who just turned in, didn't realise that Rob was on the inside. The other car flipped onto its roof, and Rob immediately stopped mid-race, fighting for a championship, but he stopped mid-race to make sure the guy was okay. So one of the nicest guys in motorsport, Rob Wellham, talented young driver. Still racing in F1000s. It's hard to find budgets, obviously, for motorsport, but keep an ear out for Rob Wellham. And there's my 1X.
The gap to Middleton behind is now 12 seconds.
Inevitably.
Between the lines, please, Damo.
Inevitably, we blow it on a locked brake 3/4 of the way through the event. Oh dear. The elusive perfect race eludes us. Lap 10 of 12. I'm not too worried. They should be hard to get. They should be hard to get. The thing is, when I'm in a split with single split, 1.3k straight to the field,
come on, you're the man.
doesn't seem like the right place to do it. Nonetheless, we should hopefully be getting a double green on this one.
Come on, get on it.
Not sure what Jared was saying there, but he's up to P5. Chasing Bruno, who had the good start, was hassling us at the start of the race.
What was that about?
Oh dear. That doesn't sound promising.
That dude, that man around. Is that you?
He's very quiet.
Come on, get on. You what you?
Oh, Pascu is blaming Jared.
Back on the track, you just ran straight into me.
We'll have to have a look at that after the race, of course.
Go back to Forza.
Go back to Forza. Okay. Is that the ultimate insult on iRacing? Is that the ultimate insult? White flag, let's bring it home. Couple of people in the pits.
Come on, Damo, one more lap. Keep it together. We'll win this. Sector 1 is quick.
We'll push a bit harder on this one. We'll take a few more risks. We've got the 1X, so it's not a perfect race.
Number 10, can you not push me at the end of that?
So we'll push a bit hard to try and get an even quicker lap. The tyres should be still okay, even though we're quite far into the race. Nah, I'm pushing too hard. Oh, Jared's someone's been disqualified. Jared's disconnected. Sounds like everyone's had a bit of a busy day today. We're just bringing it home. Andy's 12 seconds down. I've made mistakes on this lap, so I don't want to get another instant point, really. There's no point in pushing for a fastest lap when we're 1.6 seconds down. Bring it home. Collect what should be 37 I rating. Not loads, but then the strength of field is really low. And we're probably going to get only about 70, 75 points for the win here. Championship points. Not a lot. There's Ning. Managed to survive getting lapped. He's still about 8 seconds in front of us. So he's going to now get his white flag lap. As we cross the line and we take the win. Get the trophy. It wasn't perfect, but we still get the trophy. A win doesn't happen very
Nice
often.
one, Dame. Great win. You deserved that today.
Thank you. Bit of taking candy from babies. I don't want to obviously diss people, but it just felt like maybe we were car number 1 by quite a way there. So, doesn't feel like a massive victory, but we'll take them. You got to take them. You got to take them. Right, let's stop. Have a look at everyone's incidents. Okay, let's check out all the incidents. Starting, of course, with the start of the race. So this looks like probably around the hairpin. Cars number 2, 3, and 11. Just hard to get 3 wide run there. A little bit of argy-bargy, nothing to worry about. Everybody continues at that point. Okay, under the bridge. We know this is a tricky bit. It just clips the curb there, and number 6 sends him off into a barrier that I think all of us have been in. And Ning comes and joins as well. But they all continue. Just racking up the instant points, though. That's the thing. Coming in a bit too hot here. Yeah. And the rear end can't cope with the braking. That's what happens. Oh. Stylish recovery. Not the fastest way. Okay, here we go. Where's this? Coming into Oggy's. Oh, just a little bit too determined on the turn in. And is he going to collect anyone else? No, they managed to avoid him. Where are you going? Nice recovery. Okay, into turn 1. This is Bruno in a green car. Oh, I don't think he knew the 8 was coming up the inside there. I think that might have been why there was a bit of beef at one point. Woo! Scary rejoin. Okay, just running a bit deep on the hairpin there. Oh, and a bit too hasty in the recovery. Manages to avoid getting collected. Great battle here again. Oh, it just locks the rears. I'm downshifting. I don't know if that's too hard on the brakes or grabbing another gear when he didn't need to. Come on, off you go. 5 coming in. Hairpin again. Seems to be quite tricky, this hairpin. I'd say he's got away with that. That's not an incident. Yeah, car just starts to brake and then snaps. Okay, this is coming into that awkward bit again. Under the bridge. At least no contact with anything this time. Maybe he's got his fast repair. Oh, this looks like a good overtake into turn 1. Is he bold enough to go for it? Oh, he's just going to run into the back of him. How frustrating. Well, that's no good for either of you, is it, really? Let's see what happens then into the hairpin. I imagine the 5 is determined to get straight back past. Yeah, manages to do so. Nice and clean. And then on the exit. Good battle between these two. I'm going to linger with this just for a few more moments. I think the 5's made it stick. Come down to Agostini. They're side by side. Great battle, this. Just trying to go all the way around the outside. Oh! Oh, dear. Didn't quite make it too wide round there. Okay, the 11 turning into Oggy's. Yeah, a bit too much speed. Oh. It's not gonna please your pit crew, is it? Oh, slow, lazy spin. Easy done in these cars. Here's the 2 car. Haven't seen much of the 2 car. Oh! I think that's perhaps just grabbing a gear at the wrong moment there. And now he's overthinking it coming into it on the next lap. That's the thing. When you make a mistake at one corner, the next lap you come round there, you're overthinking it. I've seen that recurring error, and it brings the 10 along for the ride. Oh, come on. I'm not sure if that was deliberate from the 10, but... And there's nothing for him to be angry about. It's not like this one, this previous one. It wasn't as if the 3 did anything deliberate there. The 10's bumped into him. So are we thinking this is deliberate or just a bit reckless? Bad rejoin. Let me know what you think in the comments. So 8, coming into the hairpin, and inevitably, round it goes. Oh, there's another car coming. Bruno, we're going to wait for him. I'm coming in quite hot still, yep. Oh, I nearly held it. Everyone's really struggling with that corner. These cars are tricky around here. No doubt about it. This is the 2 chasing the 10. This is round. Oh, and braking for the final corner. Got the 2 disqualified. Must have been a 4X that just tipped him over the edge. I think that might be the end of that. Okay, let's check out the results. Well, here we go for the Spec Racer Ford Challenge. And of course, we got the double green. Just 0.06 on the safety rating. 1 incident point was enough to only gain 0.06. But still, double green. We gained 37 iRating in this single split race. The biggest winner looks like it was a 65 there for Stacey Lloyd from Canada. Car number 8 finished P3. So we saw car number 8 in all sorts of pickles and bothers. Finished 42 seconds down, but still managed to gain 65 iRating. The biggest loser here, Angus, 92 lost there for finishing last, getting disqualified. So I think the lesson here is, if you manage to not get disqualified, not run off the track too much, you're probably going to get a decent result. Well, there we have it. Just one little slip away from perfection. But at least we got the double green. We got another win, which of course is always good to see on this channel. We don't get them very often. Spec Racer Fords have always been quite a good way for me to do that. But this was a free car, a free track, still only 11 people here. What's that about? Get on it, guys. These are fun cars. I know they look tricky, and they are tricky, and it can mean you rack up the instant points. But if you just drive it nice and sensibly, finish within 30 seconds of the leader, you're going to do really, really well here. So let me know if you do take on this track car combo this week. Let me know how it goes in the comments. If this has inspired you to take it or to not try it at all, again, just let me know. Of course, if you've liked the video, give the video a like before you go. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe. It's great to see more people enjoying this content. And in your subscribe settings, you see a bell. You set that to all. It'll tell you when I go live, I'll put a new video up, which is great for me and great for you. But until next time, have a great week or weekend, whatever it is you're going to do. I'm going to leave you a couple of videos I really think you're going to want to watch.